Yo, this is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk back at it with another video. And yeah, guys, Lauri Markannen was traded today to the Cleveland Cavaliers as part of a three-team deal between the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Chicago Bulls, and the Portland Trailblazers. So, according to this deal, the Bulls get Derrick Jones Jr. and a protected first-round pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, get Lauri Markkanen, and the Portland Trailblazers. Let me see. Who will the Portland get? Oh, they get Larry Nance Jr. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Lauri Markkanen was traded today to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and a lot of us already saw this coming. We already saw that Lauri Markkanen was going to get traded eventually because he didn't want to be a part of this team because it didn't fit his style of offense. And like I said, um, Lauri Markkanen, he had um, he had some promise the first 2 years, and that was under Fred Hoiberg's offense because Fred Hoiberg's offense kind of was more of a spread out type of offense, getting a lot of his shooters involved, getting a lot of his shooters involved, getting the ball moving around and getting a lot of that spot up shooting, and that kind of fit Lauri Markkanen's type of playing style. He wasn't more so of like kind of like an ISO type of player or whatever. He was more of like a kind of like a spot up shooter. So, anyways, sorry guys about that initially, but yeah, guys. And the last 4 years, I seen Lauri Markkanen play. His first 2 years, he averaged his first 2 years he was averaging around 16 to 17 points per game, and his 3 point percentage wasn't that great. But as the season kind of went along, his 3 point got better, but at the same time, his attempts were lower, right? So he wasn't taking as many shots as he used to, and his averages started going low and low and low. You know, because due to the fact that a lot of coaching changes, he wasn't used to um, what's his name's type of offense. Jim Boylan's types of they weren't used to Jim Boylan's type of offense. He was more of like a defensive minded type coach, and Lauri Markkanen was never that type of player. And then also with uh what you call it, Billy Donovan. I'm sorry guys, Billy Donovan. He didn't work well under Donovan, and he got benched so many times because he was such a defensive liability. Every time somebody would go down the lane, he would just not do much. Like he wouldn't play any type of defense, and sometimes he always would get beat whenever some man or whenever there was always a contested ball. Like somebody would just always would box him out, like just manhandle him and just get the ball. And at that point, he was just a liability at that point, and we already saw the writing on the wall that he was already gone. So yeah, Lauri Markkanen, he had a lot of promise. I was expecting him to be an all star. I was kind of expecting him to have that type of Dirk Nowitzki type of career, but unfortunately that didn't work out. A lot of people thought that he was going to be the star and not Zach LaVine, but unfortunately Zach LaVine is a star, so you know you never know what the future holds. But hopefully Lauri Markkanen, hopefully he does well with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he has a fairly good career. But at the same time, you also kind of have to give it up to the front office with Mark Eversley and AK, because we didn't even have a first round pick because we pretty much traded up all of our first round picks to get Nikola Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan. And the fact that they were able to get Derrick Jones Jr., who's a pretty solid wing defender, who's a pretty solid athletic player, and also get a first round pick, I mean, you got to give it up to the front office. And knowing from watching the Bulls for so many years, we've had a terrible, terrible, terrible front office. and Gar Forman and John Paxson, you know, and the fact that they are so dedicated to making sure that the Chicago Bulls become a relevant franchise and one of the most respected franchise up there with the Celtics and the Lakers just shows you how much of a 360 turnaround the Bulls did. And the fact that Jerry Reinsdorf was so humble enough to allow his his son just to take over the reins and allow Arturas Carnosaurus to take full autonomy of the team. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to make that quick update video, and yeah, guys, y'all take it easy. All right, peace.